Do you think it's right that political parties have all women shortlists?
No, I don't, and I've always thought it was wrong. And I'll tell you for why, because people who have felt discriminated against, as women did, should never, ever practice discrimination against anybody else, which is what an all-women shortlist is. So it's far better to do what I think David Cameron did originally when he was in opposition. He was opposition leader, he was trying to get more women into the Conservative side. And what he said was, when you do a selection committee, and I've sat on loads of them, you must have equal numbers of men and women candidates coming forward. So that means you've got to make the effort to get more women or more underrepresented groups.
Okay.
And that's the way to do it, because then you're nurturing people, you're encouraging, you're tapping somebody on the shoulder and saying, oh, I hear what you say. What a great... Have you ever thought of standing for Parliament?
I can see Matthew Larsbury staring into space over there. Over to you, Matthew.
No, I'm afraid. I mean, Edwina is a great pioneer in politics and a great example for people to get women to get involved. But all women shortlists have their place. They are the reason why the Labour Parliamentary Party is 50-50, and hopefully they will over time won't be needed. But at the moment they had their place. Yeah,
but the trouble is, of course, the standard problem with this is if as a woman you get through the list. And you're only competing against other women, then you're not competing against all comers. And, you know, with the greatest possible respect, I think this is proven by the fact that a heck of a lot of the women you've got in the Labour Party are absolutely useless.
Oh, dear.
Well, I certainly disagree with that.
Over to you, Lisa.
Well, look, I actually agree with you. I don't think there should be all women shortlists. Just because I think for us, the party political system is the problem. So you might get an all-woman shortlist, but every one of them is sort of a shoo-in, or at least one of them is a shoo-in that the political party want as the MP. I mean, you know, we're in Sutton in Ashfield. I've seen this happen for 40 years here. You know, that Westminster sends their people. So it doesn't matter if it's an all-woman or all-man shortlist. You know, the political party will make sure they get what they want.
Hello, I'm sat here, Lisa. I wasn't parachuted in.
No.
Andy, over to you.
I mean, I don't agree with all women shortlists. I think they're fundamentally flawed because, you know, like Lisa said, they'll get who they want, really, particularly in certain parties coming up to elections. They want to have their central HQ candidates in key seats like Ashfield and these kind of red wall seats that both parties want to have. But I think there is a place, like Edwina said, actually, to ensure that there is at least half women, half men, or if you're going on a racial kind of thing, if there's half BAME, half white, you know, I think there is that space to increase that kind of demographic in Parliament because it's needed, or at least it has been needed historically.
So Matthew, that's 3-1 against. If I was
it's GB News, I'm used to it. But I mean, seriously, Lee. I mean, you know, you worked for an MP here who works for GB News, who was selected by an all-women shortlist and did a great job representing Ashfield, and we campaigned for her together.
They would all make great MPs. Why don't you stand?
Yes.
Why don't you stand?
Why?
Lisa wants to smash the system.
Yes, exactly. I don't want this.
You can't smash the system by sitting on a bar stool.
No. Well, I don't know. I mean, you can do a lot by sitting on a bar stool, but no, being a member of Parliament would not be my.
If you want the best people in Parliament, and you look at the ones that are there now, and that applies whatever your political party is, and you think, do you know what, I could do at least a good job, you may well be right.
Yeah.
In which case, put yourself forward. Start off perhaps in local government, stand for the council, learn how to run things locally. Absolutely. It's not as easy as it looks from sitting on a bar stool, but by golly, it's a hell of a lot more worthwhile.